Welcome to week 2, and I'm putting you to work making a sandwich. So I'm using the metaphor of a portfolio sandwich to describe the process you're going to use to create your 5 exhibits for the portfolio. So let's take a look at an example portfolio. We're going to talk about the home page and what goes on that later on in the semester. We're going to focus on now are the next 2 assignments for your portfolio, which are Exhibit 2 and Exhibit 3. These are the major specific exhibits that you need to work on. So the first thing you need to do is go into the week 2 folder and find this document, which lists the major specific objectives. There are 5 or 6 listed for almost all the majors in our College of Arts and Humanities. So if you're a communication arts for secondary teacher, one of the objectives you can meet with a class assignment, a project, a presentation could be to experience firsthand the requirements of the directing producing process. Communication studies major to create messages appropriate to the audience, purpose, and context. English, to understand and value linguistic, gender, and our cultural differences for the extended awareness they provide of the overall culture and richness of human diversity, and so on and so forth. So as you go through, find your major, and then identify a specific objective that you can meet with some assignment you've already done in a previous class. So you need to go through and look at all the documents you've created, all the assignments you've completed in the various classes in your major, and find a couple of those that will meet the 2 objectives. So for your portfolio, you need to create a sandwich to go around that. Right? So here's what it's going to look like somewhere on your page. So let's go back to the sandwich metaphor. So under the description, you're going to write the objective. So copy and paste the objective from that list I just showed you. And then give me a brief description of what class you took, the course number, the professor, what semester, the title of the assignment. What was the purpose of the assignment? Was it to do a critical analysis of a text? Was it to present an informative speech? Was it to write a press release? So your job is briefly, in a paragraph or so, describe what the purpose of the assignment was and what objective it meets. The exhibit itself then is the bacon, lettuce, and tomato of your sandwich. It's the meat of it. So this is a presentation or a paper or something that you've done in a previous class that you're not going to edit, you're not going to revise, you're not going to change. You're just going to either attach it or cut and paste it and put it on your website. So don't spend a lot of time changing it. I don't want you to redo work that you've already done. Then you're going to reflect on it. So how does this exhibit match the objective? That's the trickiest part that most students have struggled with in the past. Don't just repeat the objective. So if it shows that you can understand the gender differences and the awareness they bring, talk about it. What did you write in the paper? How does it explain the gender differences in, let's say, Jane Eyre or The Great Gatsby? So spend some time matching the actual paper or presentation or whatever exhibit you're using with the objective. What went into creating this exhibit? Did you have to read a text and read it more than once to understand what was going on? How many times did you take that speech and practice it? Where did you look for sources? Where did you find credible sources? What would you change if you had a chance to revise it? Maybe you did this assignment back when you were a sophomore and you've learned a lot of things since then. Don't revise the assignment, but talk about what you might change. And then what did you learn from creating this exhibit? So as a student in that particular course, so what did it help you understand about that particular course? And then as a major in that discipline, so how did it help you build upon your foundation as you move forward within your major? And then as a future professional in this field, so did this assignment help you get ready for your first job or your next job or something along those lines? The reflection is what I'm going to spend most of my time really looking at and grading and evaluating. I'm not going to regrade your paper. The description is pretty bare bones and pretty basic. So I'm going to spend more time in this one, talking about the reflection. So if we go back here, you'll see that the reflective analysis is fairly detailed. Right? So talk about why they chose these 2 papers. These are the 2 objectives she wants to meet. She's an English major. She tells me what class she did it in and what the purpose of the assignment is. And this senior seminar portfolio example is on Blackboard for you. And then explains to me how this differed and what she learned and what this helped her do at the end. So again, I'm going to spend most of my time spending right in here looking at the reflective analysis. All right, does everyone understand that? So the next couple of weeks, you're going to look at the specific objectives for your major, identify a couple of those, and then find papers to match them. Then you're going to create a sandwich. And in a couple weeks, you're going to send me one of these. So Exhibit 3 is the same thing. So you're going to pick a different objective and a different assignment and do a somewhat similar sandwich creation. I hope you understand the assignment. If you have questions, again, post them on the discussion board. Good luck creating your sandwich, and have a good week.